Coach. Good to see you. If you could just start by introducing yourself and the players you have up here with you today.
All right, my name is Manny Aguilar. I'm the head coach for Plantation High School. This is Cameron Van Ney. He's a senior. He's my team captain. This is Madeline Saban. She's a sophomore. She's also my team captain. And that's Manny Paz, a senior, left-handed pitcher.
Where to start? Share with me a little bit about the team this year. What kind of team have you got?
I mean, in the past, when you normally ask me this question, I typically tell you that we're relying on certain guys and et cetera. But this year, we went a different route. I'm relying on everybody on the team. We decided not to do fall ball this year, so we went back to square one. We started more with practice, going back to the original formula of just working hard, trying to build for the future. I think it worked out. It keeps us a little nervous right now just because we haven't seen live game. But I think we're all anxious. We're ready to go. Last year, we kind of blew the load on the first game against Cooper City. We came out strong. We fought to the end. We lost by 1 run in the last inning. And then we just never regrouped after that, and we kind of struggled. We were not a legit team at home. We were more of an away team. I think this year we're going to flip the switch. I think we're going to win a lot more games at home. We have a lot of pieces. We have a lot of options. And I think it's just a matter of it coming together. I think this might be a good year for us to make a run in the district. We'll see what happens.
I guess probably Cameron's a good one to ask. That's a little bit of a change for the fall. What was that like for you guys, and how much did you see it benefiting you now?
Well, it was really great. I think it was the right move, the right thing to do. The 3 years before, we always had fall ball, but it was really good to just kind of come together and see what we've got first. So now that we're coming into spring, that we're really ready.
Talk about the, just like you said, Coach, the district that you're in. Obviously, you've got a defending state champion now in the district, but it's, and even last year I noticed it a lot. Everybody kind of seemed that there was really good competitive games within the district, and I kind of expect that to be the case this year too. Do you?
Right. I mean, I don't consider St. Thomas part of our district just because they're a legitimate baseball team. You got to tip your hat to them. I mean, they're a state champs for a reason. But when we start talking about Fort Lauderdale, Piper, and South, we're all even. We're all in the same playing field. I think we're all spread out in the same quality of baseball that we have. I think it's going to be very competitive. We're shooting for second. If we squeeze in third, we're still in a good spot. But last year we did not make the playoffs by a game. I think that the returning guys like Cameron and Maddie and Manny, I think that left a sour taste in their mouth just because that's the first year in my 6 years that I've been here that we didn't make the playoffs. So I think this year we're more focused due to the fact that we didn't do fall. We're well rested, have live arms now, we have options. I think we might make some noise this year, considering that we're in a very average district when it comes to everybody else but St. Thomas. So we'll see how it plays out.
Coach is saying we kind of haven't seen what we've done. You've been on the field for a little while. How much did that help being able to come and do Media Day here today? And really, I guess that was one of the first chances to kind of get out there in front of other people.
Well, we had a lot more practice, so we didn't play against teams. But when we practiced, we focused more on the fundamentals, and we got the fundamentals there. So we're just expecting to come out strong and win some games.
Said sophomore captain. That's not something you see very often.
And the girl.
Yeah.
And the girl.
That's a big responsibility. It's a big recognition. Just talk about the coach having that kind of faith in you and knowing that you can handle that responsibility.
I think he trusts me. I trust everybody. It's just hard work. Hard work pays off, and I trust him. He trusts everybody. That's family. We trust the process, the whole team. That's really it.
And again, being a girl playing baseball, I'm sure you've always got to kind of fight for that extra recognition anyway. Seems like it brings out the best in everybody around you too, because I see they're almost kind of protective of you. Just talk about the dynamic within the team, because it's not something you see obviously at every baseball team.
I get no trouble. No one argues with me. Nothing. They all have my back. I have theirs. It's just like you scratch mine, I scratch your back. they're like a second family. I see them more than my own family because I'm there like 5 times a week practicing with them. So you have to have that trust, that bond with them.
It's helping to build the culture you've been looking for, Coach.
We're trying to get there. I mean, you know, past years I've always preached family first, and I think we're getting there now. I mean, I think in the past we had a few bad apples, but I think we got rid of those already. And at this point, my football players have bought into baseball. We're gonna do a lot of speed, a lot of bunting. We're gonna rely on Manny's arm this year. He's a senior, left-handed pitcher. But we're not putting any pressure on him. It's more next man up. We're all ready. We're locked in. We're excited for the season. It's just a matter of it all playing out on the baseball field. I'm excited. I haven't seen my team play since the last game of last year against Western. So I'm not sure what to expect. But from practice, from day one, we've gotten better. Every day we started late August, as soon as school started, and we haven't stopped. You know, we went back to the laboratory and we got to work, and it shows every day. The kids are excited. They're anxious. We're ready to go. We're hungry at this
point.
point.
I was going to say, at this point, you got to be chopping.
We want a game. We want a game, and that's why we're set up with the preseason classic at Deerfield. Right now, I'm still not sure who we're facing first, but we're ready. We're locked in. We want to see what we have this year.
Share with me a little bit about the style of play that you're looking, to kind of implement the kind of bread and butters you want to have in the way that you go about, playing the game.
Speed kills, and that's what we have right now. A lot of fast guys. We want to force them to be in a bad spot. We want to go 2 instead of 1 on a single. We want to squeeze everything we have out of our players. Last year we had Tony, Jake. Those guys were off our offense. This year we have a couple key guys that are going to fill the 3 and 4 and 5 hole. Hopefully it works out. If not, we'll switch it up and go back to just getting the ball in play, putting pressure on the defense, hitting the gaps. We're excited. Hope our defense is probably going to be our bread and butter. Our infield is combined with Maddie and Cameron in the middle. Third base, I have 2 or 3 options right now. First base, Manny has it when he's not pitching. Outfield, you're going to take a look at it, and you're going to see a lot of football players out there tracking baseballs. So it's just a matter of it playing out, us getting on a baseball field and seeing what we got.
Coach mentioned, quality at bats, getting on base. I know Maddie in particular. You have very nice approaches up there. You have a pretty good knack at putting the ball in play and situational hitting. Obviously, when you're relying on team speed, it's very important to get people on base. Just kind of share with me that process and how important it is for you guys to, as a team, to have quality at bats and have great situational hitting.
I mean, it means a lot to have quality at bats because you need to get people on base to score. If you don't get people on base, how are you going to get runs? So whatever this man tells you to do, you have to do it. You have to do it to trust the process and to get people on base and to score, to win the baseball games.
Talking about changing the route at home too, and got guys that are starting to hit the gaps and everything. I mean, that's a big ball field you play in there.
Absolutely.
If that's the case, that could really play to your advantage.
Absolutely. I mean, you've been there a few times. We have probably the biggest field in Broward County. Our center field is 420, around that, 410, 415 pushing. I mean, we've done a lot of renovations to the field. When you go out there, it's going to look a legitimate baseball field. We got a brand new windscreen. We got a lot of new features. Now it's just a matter of how good are we going to look on the baseball field. You can see we brought blue back this year. Last year we went all red.
I was going to ask you about that.
Last year it was code red. This year we're going back to blue. We brought it back.
I kind of like the blue better.
Right, it looks nice, right? Yeah, we look like the Toronto Blue Jays. That's what most of the guys were telling us when we walked in. Man, we're excited. We look great. We look like a good, legitimate baseball team. Our IO today was a little shaky, but I think it was just a lot of nerves, a lot of nervous baseball players.
Maybe a little rusty.
Yeah. But I think when it comes down to opening day, the 21st at Deerfield, I think we're gonna see how it plays out, man. I'm excited for this year. We went back to the formula. I grew with the team. I'm excited. I love the fact that I have maybe 4 or 5 seniors, and the rest is built on juniors and sophomores. So they're keeping me on my toes. It's
kind of a couple year process we're looking
Yeah,
to put together?
yeah. But the guys that are juniors and sophomores, they're ready. It's just a matter of them getting on a baseball field, like how we keep talking about it. Senior wise, few pieces that are gonna play a major part in it, but for the most part, the younger guys, this is their moment to make some moves. Hopefully, I think this is our last year in this district, so maybe, moving forward, we get in a better one and things change for us. So.
One of the last things we can chat about, which I usually cover it. I love that we have it because you just don't have enough of that in today's sports, especially in high school baseball. Is your nice rivalry with South Plant? Your Mayor's Cup game.
Our Mayor's Cup game.
Maybe for either one of the seniors, just talk about having that game. I mean, it's fun. It's a local rivalry. I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
talk about it from your point of view.
For someone like Cameron, I mean, he had it the first year he was here, then we lost it, and now he got it back. So he'll let you hear about that.
Yeah, the Mayor's Cup game is really great. That's the one game out of everything else. Towards the end of the season, it's like exciting. We're going into playoffs, that kind of thing. But the Mayor's Cup is like the main point, and it can be the turning point in our season. Last year we came out on top of South Plantation, and it was just the best feeling ever. Just coming back after we lost it sophomore year.
Yeah.
But it was really good, so hopefully we can keep it this year.
It's been really nice. It's been a bit of a tug of war
Yeah,
the last few years.
his
It
freshman-
adds
yeah.
to it, I think.
His freshman year we had it. Sophomore year we lost it. Junior year he got it back. Hopefully this year he keeps it. He actually pitched last year, all 6 innings, and he took it to him. So we'll see how it plays out this year.
And same thing for you guys. Not every team, not every program has something like that within their schedule. Is it something you guys really think much or enjoy a lot?
Mm-hmm. I think it's competitive. It's cutthroat. I mean, it's pretty intense. Pretty intense.
Yeah, they definitely play a different style on that day. This year we're playing at their place. It's an early game. We're not really too excited about that just because we don't do too well with the 3:45.
You don't usually play day games
No,
too much.
we try not to. We like under the lights. That's what we play for. But they kind of complained a little bit because they kept coming to our place for it.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I said,
That's
all
a
right,
fair complaint.
we'll take it to your place and we'll bring it back on our bus. So we'll bring it back on our bus. We got
Now
that.
that's a good rivalry
Yes,
name
sir.
right there. That's a great
Yes,
answer. and again, to their credit as well, they're such a good rival.
Yeah, man.
It really is such a fun, enjoyable thing to be a part of.
I'm just talking with you about it now, but I love Trevor and Tim. They're great guys. I mean, we live for that game, and it shows once you watch it, you feel the energy. I mean, Cameron. Well, we still have the video that you guys posted after the win. Everybody just did a dog pile on our field, and it's exciting. That's what these kids play for. So it's truly a genuine moment. Hopefully next year we're still in the same district and we can still do it. But I mean, we'll see.
Geez, I think that's just about everything that I got here. Coach, I guess really kind of the last thing that I can ask you is why do you love baseball so much? What keeps bringing you back? I mean, it's been a long time. There's a longevity here
Right.
at Plantation that hadn't been there prior to you coming aboard.
Yeah,
You obviously love the game.
This is year 6 for me now, and I mean, every other year I guess some type of offer to leave, but I keep sticking with it just because of people like Maddie, my other football players. It means a lot to me when I give the opportunity for a player that has never played baseball to be on the field, throw the ball, catch, hit. The greatest thing that I've seen in practice so far are the smiles when someone who's never really swung a bat all of a sudden puts it in play, squares up on it and puts it in play and just looks back at me and smiles. You can't beat that. And I could get that somewhere else, but Plantation just feels like home to me. And just building around a girl baseball player, my pitcher Manny and Cameron, seeing the progression, having Cameron as a freshman, small Cameron, very skinny, very shy, and all of a sudden growing into his body, becoming the shortstop that I expected him to be. Those are positives. And just being in the community, being in the area, these kids need a strong leader, a mentor, and I think I filled that role for them so far. And I love their energy. My guys, we're always screaming in the dugout. We're also always supporting somebody, and everybody has each other's backs. I mean, You can feel it when we're there, when we come off the bus. You know, you can see in their faces when they give you an error, and they don't want to disappoint anybody, and that's the greatest feeling when they're enjoying themselves. And it's truly something special when you see things like that happen on a baseball field, and it's hard to find sometimes. And that's basically why I love coaching the game. I love seeing the progression. I love seeing their smiles, and you know, we joke, me and my assistant coaches, we joke around, and the pay kind of sucks, but we don't do it for the money.
Yeah.
If that was the case, everybody would be coaching baseball at high school. We do this genuinely just because you love the game, you love mentoring these kids, and you love, you know, just hearing the crack of the bat of somebody that you did not expect to hit a baseball, you did not expect to learn how to throw a ball, but they're just having a good time, and it's exciting, and especially when they're competing and they want some more. So it's pretty nice, man.
Well said, Coach. Well said. I can open up to the players as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, maybe start with Maddie. I mean, grew up playing baseball. You obviously must love the game.
I do. I don't like softball at all. I mean, when I was young, I always played with my brother. Brother was kind of like a role model to me. Wherever he played, I played, and just played football, basketball, soccer. Baseball just stuck with it. I loved it. Played softball for like a summer. Too good at it. Baseball is challenging. I like a challenge, and it just brings me just my relaxing point. Just fun, working hard every day, in and out. I like it a lot.
Thank you guys. You know, what is it that motivates you and brings out the love of the game for you?
Well, I started playing baseball kind of late, I think. I played t-ball when I was younger, and then 6th grade I started playing, and then kind of 8th grade and then going into high school I started realizing like this is like really fun. I just, you know, I'm out here to have fun. I'm out here to get better. It's something to keep my mind on, you know, with school when there's stress and stuff. I'm always going back to baseball if I have a lot of pressure on me or whatever, you know, I can always have something to go back to, and it just keeps me together, you know. It's like a good balance. So
I enjoy baseball because it keeps me in shape, keeps me from doing bad things, and I just
Well, you know, I can relate as a guy just covering the game. You know, I go and I watch you guys playing, you know, in a Mayor's Cup game, and for those hours, everything else in my life is just forgotten about, and it's just all about that game. So I can relate, and I thank you guys for that. And here's to finally getting out there and getting after it, guys.
Yes, sir. We're ready.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much.